What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So holy crap, I was actually able to obtain the new NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is obviously based on the cartoon series, and yeah, we finally have Bebop and Rocksteady here. Of course, this is a package. This is a Target exclusive, so that is the reason why it took me so long to actually find this in the store. And you know, getting this pre-order, I believe it went on pre-order, but every time I checked online, it was not available for pre-order. So we finally got some shipments over here in Texas, and wow, this looks amazing. So as you can see here, this is in this box, of course, and then of course we have Bebop and Rocksteady. Looks amazing. I love the shading that they gave the characters, the kind of like aggressive lines, the outlines of the character, just to give it that more like that cartoon accurate representation of the, you know, the series. And of course, you know, we have the box here on the side here. You do have Bebop there. On the other side you have Rocksteady there, and then here is the back. And of course, you know, they did a re-release, so they changed up the 2-pack. So right now what they did was they released you know, Bebop and Rocksteady. They did a 2-pack of the foot soldiers, and then they did a 2-pack of each turtles. Now I don't know if they did one. I think this is all they did right now, so I don't know if they're gonna re-release Shredder and if they're gonna re-release Crane. But I know that I want to say the last Toy Fair or whatever, like, NECA has, you know, some more characters. I know one is Metalhead, and they just, I mean, they're really going all out with this toy line, which is awesome. I cannot wait to get more. Like I said, I love, you know, I'm a big Turtle fan, and I love the cartoon series. So here's the box. Let me go ahead, open up the box so we could take a closer look at these awesome action figures. Alright guys, so there they are outside of the packaging, and these things look amazing. They probably look way better in person than hopefully they come out really good in the video. But I mean, you know, we have Bebop and Rocksteady here, and of course I brought out, you know, the Shredder, and then I brought out Leo here, and just to kind of compare on the size here. So as you can see, here's Leo, and obviously, you know, it's good that these guys are taller. He's kind of hunched over, you know, like he's about to ram. But here, if I put him right next to, you know, Bebop, you could tell, man, these guys are pretty huge guys, which is really good because that's how they were in the show. So really good. And of course, you know, these things are massive. They definitely got some weight to them. And then of course, Shredder, they're probably just a shy taller than Shredder, but really cool. I mean, I'm really digging these guys, and they got a lot of details going on. So let me just kind of show you first the accessories here. So they both come with their own pistol. So here's the pistol that each one of them gets, and this looks really good, just like the foot soldiers in my previous video. But I mean, there's a lot of details. I love that, you know, they have the outline there, and then of course they paid attention to all the, like, the little dials and the trigger and everything like that. So it looks really good. So that is really awesome. Of course, you know, this one's the same. So they both get one of the pistols, and then each one of them also gets a rifle, just like the foot soldiers. Really good. So, you know, the magazine's a different color there, and of course the pistol grip there, and then you have the scope with a little bit of purple shading inside of it, so it looks really good. And of course at the end of it you have a little bit of red. So really cool, really nice, and a lot of good details on these accessories. Now, which is interesting also is that they do come with one communicator, and I love this one because it actually has a picture of Shredder there, which is really nice. The one that came with Shredder, and let me take it off his hand, actually had the picture of Krang. So let me just show you there. So so that looks really good. So now we have two communicators, one with Shredder, and then the other one with Krang, which is really nice. I love that they're doing that. They're not just putting in the same one. So that is really cool. So let me go ahead and start off with Bebop here. So Bebop looks really good. I mean, so let me get him really close for you guys. Let me get his rifle off here. So I mean, this guy look at the details on this guy. I mean, just the face and everything like that looks really good. What I love about these figures is that you know, you got like the chain around his belt, and that's actually just looped in and connected to the back, so it's really loose. So as you can see, it kind of sags behind his you know, his butt there. And then here he's got the chain also on his wrist, and that's not attached. You can actually take this off. Now the necklace is the same way too, so as you can see, it's on its own. So if you were to pop his head off, you could probably take that necklace off. But his mouth does open and close, which is really cool. So you can have that, you can have it closed, you can have it open. Really good details. And then plus what I love is his sunglasses go up and you can actually see his eyes. Now I think they probably missed a little bit of more white right there on the pupils, but I mean it still looks pretty cool that you could lift up the glasses and check out his eyes, which is really nice. And they're just kind of like on a little joint there. So really cool. And of course, you know, you got the 2 frag grenades. This right here, the bandolier, it is attached to his vest. And then of course, here, these turtle shells are actually kind of pegged in, and it kind of came off a little bit there. So they are kind of, they're loose, but they are attached to the top of the vest. Now, I mean, this guy looks really good. Like I said, I love the aggressive lines there. And then of course they did the shading there. I mean, it just makes it look more cartoon accurate. And of course, down at his jeans, he does have this one kind of weird band there. And then of course you have his tennis shoes, which are really good. Love it. I mean, this thing looks amazing. Now, articulation is really good with this guy. Of course, you know, you can move his head side to side. Like I said, you can lift up the glasses. His mouth does open and close. He does have kind of like a butterfly joint at the shoulders there. And then he does have 2 joints, as you can see. He does have 2 joints at the elbow, which is really good. And then, of course, at the wrist, you know, they rotate and then they could come in and out. But it's really good. Really nice. Now, at the waist, he does have kind of limited rotation there, so he could turn really well, but that's pretty much all you're gonna get. Now the crunch and, like, you know, getting him to kind of arch his back, not so much. So he's kind of like really more stationary there. The legs are pretty good, so you do get 2 you do have a double joint at the knee, and then there is no toe pivot, which is kind of sad because I would love to have him like have his toe pivot, you know, like if he's gonna charge or whatnot, but it doesn't have that. But it's nothing. I wouldn't consider that like a major flaw or anything like that. I mean, overall, it still looks amazing. It looks really good. Now, for these guys, the interchangeable hands are pretty much all the same. So as you can see right now, he does have 2 to hold a weapon, and then he does, by default in the package, he has these closed fists, which is really nicely done. And then they do come with kind of like an open hand set right there, so really cool. And of course, you know, Rocksteady is the same way with the interchangeable hands. Right now, you know, I didn't change out his hands. He pretty much has the closed fist. But here again with Rocksteady, I mean, really good. I mean, so you could do the same thing. You could close his mouth, open it up, which is really cool. He does have, you know, a good rotation at the neck. He does have like another grenade right there on the top of his bandolier, and then on the back side he's got 1 grenade there, which is really nicely done. He's got the turtle shell, and then here he's got a knife, but you can't pull it. It's just 1 solid piece. And you know, you got to kind of be careful because it's kind of like it doesn't feel really super secure, so I just be careful with that. But overall, I mean, he's got his kind of like cargo pants there, and they look really good. This one, I probably wish he did have a toe pivot, just because it would be nice to just put him in that crazy like charging pose. So you kind of just have to balance them. But they do come with peg holes, so if you have any extra, like, you know, bases or whatnot for figures, then this is great for it. But again, you know, really good. He does have a butterfly joint at the shoulders there, and then of course again they have the dual kind of joint at the elbow. and then of course a dual joint at the knee, which is really nice because you could kind of get his knee all the way back. So if you want to do like a charging pose right there, that's really good. But overall, I mean, look at that. I just, man, that looks really good. He's got his little belly there sticking out, and so I mean, dang, these things look really great. There's a turtle shell right there, so looks really good. And like I said, these guys definitely have some weight to them. They feel really solid. Like it's just like a big piece, you know what I mean? It's not like a it doesn't feel hollow inside, which is good. But I mean, they do stand pretty well. My table here is not very balanced or flat, I would say, or even. So it's, for me right here doing this video, it is a little difficult. But I mean, overall, I think these guys look really great. So they really do kind of tower over the turtles, which they should be, because I mean, these guys were huge in a cartoon series. And of course you got Shredder here, and you know, he is somewhat like almost the same height, I would say, but overall, like, he's thinner and slimmer compared to these bad boys right here. So these things look amazing. I can't wait to see more. I know Metalhead looked really good, and I think he's right now in development. And so I know that NECA has plans to keep on going with this line. And I mean, right now, so far, they have not disappointed. I am kind of bummed out that they did another kind of two-pack with the turtles, because I saw that it comes with a actual, like, a whole pizza, you know, accessory and stuff like that. So that didn't come in the original one, so that kind of sucks. But I picked these guys up when they originally came out, and they look great. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.